This week we've done lots of back roads, little towns, and I've made good use of my new binoculars with bird watching. We started in Mount Malloy and went back down through Mareeba and then Atherton, where there was a little spot with a swamp and a bird hive where I saw some birds. Then down through Herberton and then out to Irvanbank, which is a little place out here, hardly even a town. We stayed at Irvanbank and then we went up over the hills and came in at Mount Garnett onto the Kennedy Highway. Down here we stayed at a station just outside 40 Mile Scrub because the next morning we were going into Undara to have a tour of the lava tubes, and also we climbed up the crater. And then after that we came out here through Mount Surprise, and then we went the back way through down here, stayed in here overnight, and then up through Forsay, up through Georgetown. And just out of Georgetown there's an old mining place called Cumberland Chimney. We stayed there, which has a big, I suppose you'd call it a dam, and lots of birds, including brolgas. And then off we went through to Croydon, where we stayed the next night, and then across to Corumba. So we went up through Normanton, up to Corumba. We saw lots of brolgas in here. It would have been over 30 more. They were flying, they were doing everything. And then to Corumba, which was where you can actually see the Gulf, and then back down, and we've stayed a couple of nights on the Norman River at Normanton.
So we're just riding out from Irvanbank, which is an old mining town. It has about a population of probably no more than 30. The pub closed about 3 weeks ago. It's a bit of a dying town, but beautiful camping ground and a nice dirt road for a ride. So I'll ride up here about 10 k's, see where it takes me. Pub's closed.
just climbed up Mount Misery. I think it's very poorly named. It's a lovely windy road up here. It's 1,054 metres. Beautiful spot, and it's a lovely day.
When we left the summit of at the top of Mount Misery Road, we descended and then we came to this intersection, and Google marked this as a track to Mount Garnet. So we weren't too sure what the road condition was going to be like as we progressed along this road. And as you'll see from the video, it's quite rough in spots, but very doable. We can get through it. There was no issue. Even a two-wheel drive car with some care probably got through it okay. But it did take a little bit of driving, a bit slow to get through. I think we did something like 16 Ks in about 45, 50 minutes. That was sort of the slow speed we were doing at the time. After that rough road, we stayed the night at Penandare Station. Mary was able to do some bird watching, and then the next day we made the short journey onto Andara to the lava tubes.
We did a tour of Andara lava tubes. It's actually the only way you can see them, and it was actually quite interesting. The lava is from several explosions or eruptions of Andara volcano. There are about 70 volcanoes in the area, and the tubes are formed when the outside sort of cools and hardens, and the inside is really hot, and it just keeps on going. And what amazed me was the tubes are actually empty. The lava inside just flows out, and you're left with these. In some places, they really do look like huge pipes. But there are caves, and there's a whole mass of stuff in there that hasn't fully been explored. We saw the archway, and then we went into another cave. I think it's called Stevenson's Cave. And you could see all sorts of things. Here's a diagram of the lava flowing out and forming a tube. You can see it's been in a bit of a river or depression. And then we did a crater walk up an old volcano.
Luckily, there's not a lot of single lane road left anymore on this highway. However, there are some protocols you've got to adhere to. When a car comes, pull over and leave one wheel on the bitumen. If a truck or a bus or a road train, pull right over and slow right down, let them pass. Cup of coffee. We are in the laundromat in Normanton. Today is a bit of a domestic day. We've got washing to do and some drying. So yeah, spend the day for a couple of hours here now.
Thanks for watching. Where to from here? Well, we start heading south. We're going to go down through Juliet Creek to Winton, and then we're not sure if we're going to turn left to Longreach or right and go through Boulia and Birdsville. Wait and see what happens.